Greetings, my name is Pavan and I am pleased to introduce my project which involves coding in a Cobot to be able to play a Scrabble game with human beings. So this is my whole game setup, and here I am using the chessboard as my game board because it is easily detectable using my machine learning models. I coded my Cobot in such a way that it picks the letters present outside the board and it places here on the board on these square boxes. So my game works in this way. Okay, so first human being places a coin, and my code detects if there are any words formed on the board, and it outputs it gives human being certain points. And in the same way, the cobot pick and places a letter, and again my code identifies if there are any words formed, and it gives the cobots the respective points. So here I am using a 6-axis robot. That means it requires 6 variables to make it move to a particular position. So these are the libraries I have used to make my project possible. So I divided my whole project into these 5 steps. So detecting the letters, game board, writing the game logic, making the cobot move to the desired locations, and finally integrating all these codes. So now we'll discuss each step in detail. So first step is detecting the letters. To do that, I have coded many machine learning models. So these are my machine learning models. I have coded them and I integrated them with the computer vision, but the problem is I'm not able to detect the letters accurately. So these machine learning models are not quite accurate or precise. So that's why I used PyTesseract, and PyTesseract is able to detect the text properly, but it is not able to detect the independent letters. So finally I used RoboFlow. So using RoboFlow I am quite successful in detecting the letters. I used this website called RoboFlow. I annotated all the images of these letters, and finally I made a machine learning model, and I integrated that machine learning model with my computer vision to detect my letters. So in the same way I started detecting the game board. I used function called find chessboard in the OpenCV library, but it is not perfect. So again I used RoboFlow, and this time I am quite successful in detecting the game board. So I'll also show you the videos where I detected the game board. So here I am able to detect the game board properly, and you can also see the outputs of these the coordinates of these corners here. And in the same way I'm also able to detect these letters where so finally my code is able to detect these letters using RoboFlow. And now coming to the step 3. In my step 3, my code converts this 9x7 chessboard into 2D matrix, and it assigns the values of the matrix to the respective letter present on the board. For example, if there is a letter A here on this 1x1 square, my code assigns the matrix in such a way where in that matrix the 1x1 element is given A. So after assigning all these values, my two-dimensional matrix looks like this. So here there are all letters. So if there are no letters on a block on a square, then it assigns the value none. So after creating this kind of matrix, my code identifies all the letters present inside this matrix, and it outputs all those words. So this is how my game logic works. And step number 4 is making the cobot move to the desired location. So the problem here is the cobot's frame of reference is different, and the computer vision's frame of reference is different. As you can see, these axes are not aligned. So to make them align, I use the transformation matrices, rotation matrices, and translation matrices. So by using these matrices, I am finally able to convert a coordinate from the computer vision's frame of reference to the robot's frame of reference, and I am able to make it my cobot move to that particular point. But here in this step I got stuck because the cobot present in the lab is not quite robust. The camera is obstructing the robot, and the robot um, is not completely functional to make this project possible. So as you can see in this video, it is getting obstructed and it falls down. And even though I'm giving the same initial coordinates as initial and final, the robot doesn't come here. It goes to some different location. So it is going to some other different location. So the Cobot is also not quite accurate. So because of these malfunctions, I'm not able to uh, make the Cobot play the game. But I coded all the necessary code that makes it move, and I integrated all these codes into a final code. So this is my final code, which makes my Cobot play a game with human beings if it is completely functional. But I couldn't because of the robustness of the